Welcome back and happy Tuesday. I have another incredible guest for you today. This week, we're going to be talking about sustainable finance. And when I think about that topic, there's one person, there's many people, but one who comes top of mind for that. And that is my dear friend for a long time, Sarah Biller, who is the executive director at Vantage Ventures, but even more exciting for this conversation, co-founder of FinTech Sandbox. So Sarah, thank you so much for being here. And I'm happy to be talking to you virtually here.
Scarlett, I feel super lucky to talk to you. There's so many things we've done over the past couple of years to advance fintech, and now we're in this whole new trajectory, an exciting moment for entrepreneurs with sustainable finance.
Absolutely. So you are one of the key people that I think about that is a true inspiration in the space and really moving mountains for fintech. So for you, and you've looked at this concept of sustainable finance from many different lenses and angles. What does sustainable finance mean for you?
Yeah, so it is by no means a new concept. We think about sustainability over time. It's almost thousands of years old in many ways, but more in a contemporary way. I think about sustainable finance as not just the environmental and societal governance attributes that we are subscribing today in sort of the capital markets and in investing in payments, and or the inclusive finance movement that's been around since the 70s. I think of them intertwined. I don't believe you can have sustainable finance if you don't have an emphasis on inclusive finance. But I think it also, as a category, takes us as fintech entrepreneurs out of the industry vertical that is financial services. And sustainable finance for me as well is where you introduce fintech concepts into other industries that help advance societal problems. So a wonderful example of that might be what Andrew Lo at MIT is doing, Scarlett, where he postulated that the capital markets are better suited to evaluate early stage cancer research and actually channel investable dollars into that, if you will, molecule, just like we do in options. And therefore, you'd have a much more freer flow of capital that might help us get to a solution, a medical outcome for cancer sooner than if we wait on the government to fund these grants. So that's what I think about sustainable finance. It's going to solve big problems.
Yeah, that's a fascinating example and one that many people can relate to. So as you mentioned, this is certainly not a new concept, but with the craziness that's happened in the last year and beyond, when you think about what 2021 looks like and moving forward, what is the potential for sustainable finance moving forward? Why is it more exciting now than ever from your lens?
Yeah, because we have bigger problems. We have no one's going to doubt that we have some pretty big problems to solve in our country, and you intersect that with the ability to actually introduce the reach and the ability at scale, and with a genuine financial return of technology, to solve some of these challenges, economic mobility, financial security, sustainable finance as it goes in and it rethinks the way, like, the heartland is lending to small businesses, and maybe now thinking about, like, the application of renewable energy. So how are we financing solar or wind? And probably more interesting to me is the problems that we face as a society here. If you have this idea of a future, if you're actually investing in a way that's wise, that hits all of these various outcomes, from people's security, whether it's financial security, whether it's food insecurity, so you solve it through the lens of sustainable finance, perhaps it's digital intervention or cyber. Then you've got health outcomes, as we just mentioned, new applications of financing around infrastructure that closes the rural urban divide. I think 2021 is the breakout moment because we've had such a catalyst with the crisis, unfortunately. And I always think none of us as entrepreneurs should ever let a good crisis go to waste. Let's make this something good, and that's 2021.
I love that. That's definitely going to be included as a tweet, because it's so true, and I think it's fascinating. Well, Sarah, we could sit here and talk for hours about this, but I really appreciate your perspective. I'm sure there will be many, many more things to talk about on this topic, and we'd love to have you back. For all of you, you can hear more about Sarah in the Q&A below, as well as everything you want to know about FinTech Sandbox and Vantage Ventures. It's all there, lots of good stuff. And Sarah, we have to have you back soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. For all of you, we will see you next week. And until next time.